Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of NASCAR 21 Ignition on the channel tonight. It is another race in the final season for this game, and we are at the Homestead-Miami Speedway for the Dixie Vodka 400, and it is a set for our third race of the year. Of course, third race of 36, third of 26 in the regular season, and we're about to see who will go to victory lane in what is the first 550 package race so far on this final season. Like, share, and subscribe for more daily NASCAR content. We're on the road to 10,000 subs by the end of 2022. On the road to Daytona, 18 days away from the Daytona 500 and 4 days away from the Busch Clash this Sunday. I'll be doing live commentary right here on the channel. We'll have all the statistical graphics throughout the course of the race, as well as other content, including the driver interviews throughout the course. We'll also be doing the heat race and the main event for the live commentary. So heat races start at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Fox, but again, I'll be commentating it here. And then at 6 p.m., we'll do another live stream with the main event 150 lap feature, I guess you would say, for that race. But without further ado, let's get this race started today. No practice, no qualifying, and we're just going to start from the rear. I have not played this game yet. There was an update, and that's why I ended up starting at 6:15 instead of 6 o'clock. It took about 9 minutes for the game to update, and so I just basically sat here for like the last 10 minutes to kill to 6:15. But anyway, there was an update. It's version 1.44 if I'm not mistaken, so we'll see what happened. I know for a fact my career mode didn't get brought back, so that's a bummer. I didn't think that was going to happen, but I had small hope that I'm like, well, maybe the career mode will come back. No, the career mode it's still back at race number 5 right now, unfortunately. We'll get to listen to Alex Hayden here. The pre-race intro.
Alex Hayden here to bring you all the action for today's race at Homestead-Miami Speedway. This track has gone through different changes over the years, originally starting as a low bank surface when it was introduced, then reconfigured to the current high, progressively banked oval we race at today. Will we see a new face add their name to the trophy, or will we see a repeat winner? The cars are gridded, the drivers are ready, and the fans are excited for the command. Let's go trackside.
Alright, so again, starting from the rear of the field, we'll go through tonight's starting lineup. Denny Hamlin and Daniel Suarez will be on the front row, with Hamlin starting on the pole. Joey Logano and Bubba Wallace will make up row 2. Kurt Busch, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in row 3. Eric Jones, Josh Bilicki in row 4. Martin Truex Jr. and Eric Almirola in row number 5. That'll round out the starting 10 for tonight's race. And as far as the playoffs go, Michael McDowell got the upset win at the Daytona Road Course. Not the 500, but the Daytona Road Course, and our driver Ryan Blaney got the win. I can't get over the USB for a mic on that guy's headset. But anyway, Ryan Blaney won the Daytona 500. Michael McDowell won the second race of the year at the Daytona Road Course. 14 spots still open for the playoffs as well. Cerebral Assassin, Billy Kramer, Joshua Rumsey, Boss Brody, and others, welcome to the stream. Well, we'll see if we can get through this. 400 miles, 267 laps. No stability help on the 550 tracks in this game for ourselves, so we'll hope for the best. Green flag is in the air.
Clear.
And our first 550 race of the season.
Clear.
Look at the way the helicopter... the helicopter's going up, but it's pointed down. Did anybody else see that? Blaney really tight in the dirty air, had to lift.
Car low.
Still on the outside of the 55 of Matt Mills. If you guys see the helicopter throughout the course of the night,
Clear,
It's
clear.
pointed
Got one left.
downwards, but it's
Still
going
inside.
up.
Still there. Still next to you.
Must have like a headwind or something.
All right, hold your line. Clear, clear.
Just so many things wrong with this game. We find something new every day. I think we had the Jeep on the track the last time we were at Homestead. Anybody remember that? Love the diecast, thanks. Diecats. Yeah, not diecats, diecasts. Playing back at 39th, he's actually got a little bit of a tighter field of the race car right now. He's having to lift in the corners. A little more so than what you would usually think, and that's not good early in the run because you know the car is likely going to tighten up as the run moves on. Good thing with starting at the back, he gets to feel his car out a little bit as it's more spaced apart than what it is in the middle of the pack as you see him going 2 and 3 wide. Got like 800 I have a bunch of 164 scales. I don't think I have 800 of them, but I have a lot. I definitely have a couple hundred of them. I don't want to put those in there. That and that's glass too, so it's nice with the 124 scales that the tires are rubber versus on the 164 scales they're not. They're more of a hard plastic, so it would scratch the glass. That you wouldn't even see them that well anyway. It's probably harder to see now. The prediction videos will be a lot easier. Prediction post-race analysis videos throughout the course of the season. You guys will really get to see it well. I have as good of lighting as I possibly can in here, so that is what it is for right now. 13 people watching right now. 4 likes already in the very early going of the stream. Smash that like button. Again, subscribe for more daily NASCAR content. 3 stages set in this one. 80 laps in stage 1, 80 laps in stage 2, with the final stage set at 107 laps to get us to the end of this race. We have not made it to the end of a fuel run without a caution at Homestead in this game. One of only 2 tracks where that is the case. So I have no clue exactly what the pit window is here tonight. We're just going to have to freelance with it and hope for the best. The good news is the first 2 stages are short enough. We definitely know we can make it on 1 stop no matter what, but there's no reason why we can't go 40 laps on fuel at Homestead. So likely going to just end up splitting it down the middle in stage 1 and stage 2. Try to get an advantage on fresher tires with that, especially considering the fact that Ryan Blaney doesn't have the track position to start this race. Towards the back of the field would be the 12 of Blaney. There's a lot of 3-wide racing going on up towards the front of the field. Yeah, I'll definitely be getting some diecast when I'm at Daytona. Plan on getting at least 2. Probably more though. I would assume I have to get more. Depending on the price is going to be the big thing. And the only reason I say that is because I'm going to Fontana the next week. Not that because I know I'm going to get diecast at both tracks is I guess what I'm trying to say. But Daytona is going to have such a variety. I have to imagine there's going to be more tent vendors there than any other race I've been to. And as you might have seen from the community tab last night when I posted a picture of the case, that it is not full, so I don't have that many 124 scales. I think that I can fit 24 in that case, and I still have like 7 or 8 empty spots, so definitely going to be filling that up here, and then really by the end of the month I should probably have it full. Well, 2 and 3 wide action right in front of Blaney, and he caught this group pretty quickly once they started racing side by side with each other. It's getting really tight. Wow, he got into the brakes in the middle of the corner, but as soon as he tried to get back on the gas, he slid right up the racetrack. Didn't even slide, just pushed right up the track. Blaney's definitely going to have to loosen this car up when he gets to that first stop of the day, because he is struggling with a mightily tight race car. 9 to 13 inches is going to be the total for snow here tonight. Yeah, for myself, it's supposed to be 10 to 16. The only thing is it's been raining all day and it hasn't switched over yet. They said it was supposed to switch over about 2 o'clock today, and it has not switched over even right now. So we might not even get that much from what they're calling. We're still going to end up getting snow eventually, because once it's supposed to get colder into the night because the wind's supposed to pick up. So, I mean, there will be snow on the ground when I wake up tomorrow morning. But I don't know if it's actually going to end up coming out to be 10 to 16 inches like they said it was going to be. Yep, I will be at Daytona all speed weeks, actually. I'll be there for the duels, the truck race, the Xfinity Antarctica, as well as the 500 on Sunday. So I'll be there all week. Dark Crypto, Camouflage Ninja, welcome to the stream, guys. So Blaney feels he is faster than the cars in front of him. He sat behind him for a while, but the dirty air, he can't get the turn in the center of the corner. And he's struggling with that. He's finally underneath the 77 of Justin Haley, at least, trying to draft off the car behind him, side by side, in front of Blaney, between Gase and Houff. Blaney getting tight again, up the track he goes. Kept it off the 77 at least. He knows he can't go 3 wide to the bottom. That is not going to work. They will not give him room. Does remember that from... or I should say, I remember that at least from Homestead in the past on this game. Your work shift's been canceled tomorrow? Yeah, I know at my work they're having a late start. I don't have to work Thursdays anyway, but so I was going to have off. It didn't concern me any. It was kind of nice, though, that it didn't turn to snow as early as they said it was, so I had a pretty easy drive home. It was just raining. No big deal. I mean, it was downpouring rain, but the drive wasn't bad at all. Handling. Ethan, welcome to the stream. Root for Brandon Brown in the Xfinity race. I'm sure I will hear a lot of Let's Go Brandon chants during that race. And hopefully, as long as they're for the right reasons, as far as rooting Brandon Brown himself, I know when I was at Martinsville, which would have been the only race I went to after the whole Let's Go Brandon situation started, they were selling a bunch of merchandise, like magnets for your refrigerator. They had bumper stickers for your car, some flags and stuff, t-shirts that were just like people walking around handing them out or selling them. So you saw when Blaney backed up enough in the clean air how quickly he was able to close on these cars. So he does have good speed, but the dirty air is such a problem right now for the 12 that he can't even get around the back markers. Try to go to the outside this time, just so he can get some clean air and he doesn't have to lift as much. Problem is they're taking the shortest way around the track. It's going to give Blaney a pretty big run on the front stretch. Can he do anything with it into turn 1? Not really. Now he tries to arc the corner off down to the bottom, but he had to tap the brakes just a bit to get the car to roll through the center, and he's still not able to go anywhere. Gone, gonna move down low. David Reagan gonna go down low as well. Blaney to the outside, 3 wide. Doesn't want to go 3 wide to the bottom. Maybe 3 wide to the top will work. Nope, he gets into the wall and turns 3 and 4. There is nothing he can do to get around these guys right now. That's how bad the car handles in traffic. Good news is we do have a long ways to go. He just has to stay on the lead lap to the end of the first stage, which could be problematic considering how far off the lead he's got to be right now. Other than the fact he's still in 39th. Oh, you got pit passes. Awesome. I'm still thinking about getting mine. I'm not entirely sure, because I know you can't go actually into the pit lane unless you have like a VIP pass. Because I wanted to get a hot pass, but they're not doing those as of right now still because of COVID. Otherwise I would have gotten a hot pass. I've never gotten one before, but I was like, man, Daytona 500, I'm all in, let's do it. But so I don't know if I'm going to get a pit pass. Because I just don't think they're going to allow you on the actual pit lane itself. This is the whole reason they don't have hot passes. Gone, going to take it 3 wide. Joey Gase and David Reagan. Squeezed Gase a little bit. Big run on the bottom for Ryan Blaney. Just hoping that he's going to have enough space to make the pass. Look at him just shove up the track. Luckily, he was able to keep it off the double zero. Just not enough momentum right now. Blaney to the inside of Joey Gase. Drove it in pretty deep that time. It's getting tight. Up the track he goes.
Clear, clear.
Couldn't quite squeeze in between the double zero and the 53 because there wasn't enough room.
Stay left. Still next to you. Clear all around. Clear. Got one right. Got one right.
It's just
All right, hold
sad.
your line. Still there.
I'm not saying Blaney has a ridiculously fast car, but he is definitely faster than these bunch of drivers. He at least clears the double zero of Quinn Houff finally, but again, up the track he goes.
Got one left.
And Houff's going to get right back underneath him now.
All right, still next to you. Still next to you.
Blaney going to go down and
Still next to you.
side draft the double zero just a bit.
All right, hold your line. Clear all around. Clear all around.
I think Houff's going to be able to clear Blaney. Nope, not quite.
Still inside. Still inside. Still next to you.
Blaney have enough of a run that he could pull clear the double zero back on the bottom again. It's tough to tell for sure, so he's just going to ride this middle to upper groove near the wall.
Stay right.
And actually, Quinn Houff nearly cleared him instead.
Clear, clear, clear.
3 wide out in front.
Still next to you. All right, hold your line. Still there. Still there.
We'll pinch in the double zero that time.
Clear, clear, clear. Stay right.
And now he'll be able to clear into turn 3 as long as he can get the car to turn to the bottom. And he does on entry at least that time. He actually got out of the gas enough. Well, finally, Blaney's up to 38th at least. Big run down to the bottom he goes. The 53 at Gase, but now Houff's going to get to the outside.
All clear. All clear.
And he might just get right back around the 12. Blaney had to lift again just to keep it off of Houff. Otherwise, he might have turned himself into the outside wall if he didn't do it. You just instantly see in the center of the corner when the car is turning and then just decides to not turn. It's almost as if you have a tire down, the right front tire down. How abruptly it just sways towards the wall.
One left, one left, one left. Clear, 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 clear.
That'd be the tightest car in traffic I think I've ever had in this game.
Clear, clear, clear. Clear, clear, clear. Stay right. Clear all around.
Got pinched. He had a little bit of clean air that time, but he lifted just to let the 62 in line because he wasn't sure exactly what lane Gunn was going to actually commit to going into turn 1. Going to Vegas. Pretty cool. Oh, you're talking about your own custom schedule. Never mind, I thought you were talking about the real races. Blaney can definitely turn a lot better on the outside because these guys aren't really running near the wall. The problem is he still can't get around him. And they may be 3 wide. Blaney trying to side draft the 62 aggressively that time. There he goes with a run. 4 wide to the inside as they enter into turn 3. Blaney drove it in deep. That was an aggressive move, but he felt that he had enough of a run, that he had a chance to finally get around these guys, and he passed all but David Reagan. Aggressive to say the least. 4 wide early in the race at Homestead. We're already at lap 31. Almost halfway through stage 1. So we remain caution free. David Reagan and Justin Haley might get side by side now. Blaney touches the white line just a bit, turns 3 and 4. Car wiggled. The whole clear of the cars behind him. Craig Franklin, welcome to the stream. You had COVID-19. I'm glad you made it through. Blaney's going back to having to lift, though, quite a bit with these guys side by side in front of him. He can't really pick a lane again. He really does not want to give up the bottom anymore. Wow. Lifted on exit. Still holds on in front. And Blaney has a bit of a run. Pretty good corner that time through turns 1 and 2. Stick with Justin Haley on the outside, give him a little push. Quint Hoff almost went up the middle 3 wide. That would have been gutsy. David Reagan going to slide up in front of Ryan Blaney. Blaney's going to be 3 wide middle. Reagan just knocked him a bit sideways. This is not where Blaney wants to be. Nearly 4 wide as the 62 got in there.
Hold your line. You're in the middle here. 3 wide. Clear, clear. Middle of 3. Got 1 right. Middle of 3.
Still 3 wide middle.
Car right. Middle of
How is
3. Still next to you.
this pack of cars not wrecked yet?
Clear, clear.
Again, there is no traction control, no stability help on right now. That was scary. They made it through without wrecking. Blaney's only 6 laps away from his pit stop. The problem is 2 of the cars he already passed just got back around him again. A shot to the back of the 62. Brendan gone.
One left. Still next to you. Still there. All clear. Stay right. Clear, clear.
Fly Guy only 773, welcome to the stream. 17 people watching already tonight. Midway through stage 1, roughly. Thanks for everybody tuning in. Jumbled mess at the back of the pack between these 6 cars. Almost some contact between Haley and Gase in the middle of the corner, and again Blaney had to lift in the dirty air. He's on the lead lap for now. He's only 4 laps away from pitting. So he's going to split this stage in half. You might as well short pit when you're this far back, since he's probably going to go a lap down before they get to the pit stop if he decides to take it all the way to the end of the run. Definitely going to make some major adjustment changes to try and help loosen this car up as much as he can. For the dirty air, it was tight from the get-go. And it's obviously only progressively getting worse and worse with the tire fall off. We're going to take a round and a half of wedge out of the race car for the first adjustment of the night on the first pit stop of the night for Blaney and this 12 team. Kyle Larson leads with Martin Truex Jr. second, Kyle Busch third, currently at the top of the board. No, this is the only race of the night. Yeah, alright, Cup races I don't do doubleheaders. Somebody else asked me that recently. The only time I really did is the Pocono doubleheader races, which I probably will for this season as well. Just because those races are a lot shorter. I'd have to do it on a day off of work. I had to work earlier today too, so I would not have the energy to do all that. Lap 40 this time by. Kyle and Kyle show now at the front of the field with William Byron right behind Larson and Busch as well. It's going to be a risk if a caution comes out that Blaney's going to be probably 2 laps down. He may get one of those laps back before the rest of the field pits. There's still a couple stages left to go as well, and he may have to alternate his pit strategy accordingly, but he's got to do it. Well, here we go. 4 tires and fuel coming up this time. 45 miles an hour is the pit road speed limit. It'll easily get down to pit road speed. He's kept the 12 car clean. Couple sketchy moments, but he'll make it to his first stop of the day. 1 stopper in each stage tonight, so splitting it in half, not bad. As long as the caution, again, does not wave, which we could see when pit stops start. I started last. I didn't qualify or practice. I wanted to start at the back because I knew I wasn't going to have time with working and everything and the update as well that I didn't even know of. There was no time I had to practice, so I wanted to start at the back so I could stay out of trouble, which was a good idea. The caution lights are on the pace car. Oh, game, don't do that to me. This is already costing Blaney a lot of time. You try to get back into the gas, leaving the pit road with no traction control, and I was half throttle and I nearly spun. That obviously costed Ryan Blaney a lot of time because I was out of the gas the entire time I was in the grass, trying not to spin. Well, Blaney's going to have to make some bonsai moves now. On a lot fresher tires to try and make up as much time as possible. I wonder if he can go full throttle now.
Stay left, stay left.
Didn't want to test it as he was coming up on a pack of cars pretty quickly. Gets around one Rick Ware car pretty fast. Now goes to the outside 3 wide. Gutsy move there.
Clear, clear. 3 wide, you're up top.
Said Blaney was going to have to go pretty quick if he's going to want to get back into this.
Now 1 right. Clear, clear. Car right. 2 on the outside. You're 3.
Video game-like moves right now for the 12 of Blaney. And once he gets around Michael McDowell.
Now 1 right. Clear, clear.
Clean air for the 12. Car feels faster with the looser setup. It's still got enough stability in it that it's not too loose. That's why he went 3 wide to the outside as rapidly as he did. Well, there's no free pass in this game. I'd have to assume the wave around is not going to work either. There's no way the wave around works in this game with how broken it is in general, especially when the cautions come out. So if we get a caution, I'm pitting every time. Unless it's obviously late in the race, and depending on what position we're in. Car feels really good right now. We'll see on the long run in dirty air if it will be as bad as what it was earlier, but car feels really, really good. The mid-corner speed is obviously a lot quicker. He was struggling to get over 145 miles an hour on those older tires, and he's well over 160 in the middle of the corner. He's still lifting out of safety precaution as he was coming up quick on Matt Mills in that 55 car. The helicopter was on the track? I didn't see it. Above the track or on the track? We got a pretty big line of cars here, double file. And he was going to go to the outside. He got tight in the dirty air again. And up the track he went. He's going to go 3 wide to the outside. Bubba Wallace moved up, and that took Blaney's line away. Even though Blaney wasn't directly behind him.
3 wide, 2 down there, got 1 left.
Blaney's going to have to find a way around these guys somehow. He'll look to the bottom 3 wide, but he doesn't have enough momentum built up. Tried to go to the outside again.
2 inside, you're 3 wide.
And this is where the fresh tires are not paying off right now, because there's so many cars in this pack that there's really just nowhere for Blaney to be able to make any passes. Every lane is taken up, and the minute he pulls behind another driver, his car gets extremely tight with the aero deficiencies. He's making a massive run to the outside now, and he doesn't have a lot of room as the 10 of Almirola pulls up in front of him. Just very lightly scraped the wall. Luckily, he didn't have a tire go down either. Does not take much. Blaney's almost to the front of this group. A couple more packs of cars up ahead as well.
3 wide, you're up top.
Blaney going for it. Should be able to clear the 48 and the 20 off of turn 2, and he does. All right. Gotta say, that kind of aggressiveness usually bites me in this game. But we have to go. We short pitted for a reason. Gotta make up time somehow. They're going to pit late enough in the stage that we're probably going to have 20, maybe less than that, laps left by the time the field pits. If they stay out during the stage break and Blaney pits, he'll have fresher tires on the restart. So if we could just cycle all the way through, there's no reason why he should be a lap down at the end of the stage. I think it's going to pay off pretty well for Blaney, as long as they don't catch back up to him with their fresher tires, which I guess could happen. Didn't really think about that. Only on the outside right now. Thought about going to the bottom, but he backed out of the gas early because he didn't want to be 3 wide on the bottom and get squeezed. Can go and gun it to the outside. Middle turns 3 and 4. 3 wide move on entry at least. She's going to stay on the outside in turns 1 and 2. Gets there on Chase Elliott. There on Austin Dillon. Kyle Larson in the 5 car right in front of him. Splits down. Clearing Dillon. Gets to the inside of Larson. Slides up in front of the 5. Larson's back to 10th. He was leading when Blaney pit. 5 car falling back in traffic, maybe with the lap cars getting in the way, and he is struggling right now. Dominating the start of the race. And he's got a nice run. Heading into turn 3.
3 wide, 2 down there.
He's going to go for it. 4 wide to the outside. And he's just going to be able to clear everybody off of turn 4. That was risky too. Second time he's gone 4 wide already in this one. Oh, look at that pass. 3 wide up the middle, potentially for the lead. Kevin Harvick nearly got it, but Busch holds on. And Hamlin crosses him back over to the inside. Harvick had a head of steam. He went up the middle, 3 wide, trying to split the Gibbs cars. When are you going to get one of his 2 laps back here? Should be able to get around these guys in turns 1 and 2.
1 left.
As long as nobody slides up in front of him, which they do not.
Stay right.
And he's going to be all clear off the exit of turn 2 on Kyle Busch. Alright, so there's 1 lap back. They still have to pit yet, too. Whatever that'll end up being. Definitely getting a little bit tighter as the tires wear on the dirty air, but in the clean air it's still handling pretty well. Need to pause it for a quick second. Get that notification off my screen so I can see the chat again. Get back in the rhythm. I did put the wedge down. Dropped it a round and a half. And honestly, the car feels great right now. It's definitely faster than what it was earlier. Predicted Matty D to win the truck race at Daytona. I mean, some of his best races in the Cup Series and near wins have been on super speedways. I think he'll definitely be one of the favorites. That'd be pretty cool for him, though, to jump down in that first race and get it done. I don't know, has he ever ran a truck race before, or did he jump straight to the Xfinity Series from K&N and ARCA? Maybe he had some truck starts. I'm sure he had some here and there. Green flag pit stops going on as we speak. Lap 59, they'll start up. Just a moment of truth to see where Blaney cycles out. I think he was in 35th or 36th when the pit stop started. See if we stay green, so Blaney can get back on the lead lap. Heavy dose of cars now in the pits. Yeah, Blaney's already cycling ahead of where he originally was. He's up to 32nd, so he has gained some time, which I kind of figured. Short pitting would do that, otherwise I wouldn't have done it. And now he's got to just not give up too much time to finish on the lead lap as we race to the end of stage 1 at lap 80. Got a lot of clean air in front of him right now. That'll help. He might get more positions. Oh yeah, he's inside the top 30. Wow! Blaney inside the top 15. 13th on the grid right now for Ryan Blaney. Caution's out! Oh, wow, that played perfectly into Blaney's hands. Caution is out. I think all the lead lap cars pit. Wow. He got up to 13th in the middle of green flag stops. Our first caution of the day. I'm celebrating that one. That's a win right there. So now Blaney can pit, and he's on equal tires as everybody else. He's not going to stay out on the restart, because then everybody's just going to blow right by him. 4 tires and fuel, and no adjustments for the 12 team. No tire limit in the Cup Series on the channel, so. You know when you get the fist pump out of me, that's when something really good happens. A lot of cars coming back in to top off. Interesting. We'll see where this is going to put Blaney on the restart. Pretty bad stop by his crew. It'll be 29th. Which is fine.
Got one left.
Green flag back in the air at Homestead.
Clear, clear. 3 wide, 2 down there.
I'm just hoping that everybody pitted. I don't know if everybody had already pit. I would think they did.
2 on the outside.
Blaney all the way down
3 wide.
next to the apron.
Car right. Clear,
Get around as many cars as he can on this restart. A lot of cars on old tires, but there's some cars obviously on fresh tires as well.
Still there.
I think all the cars on old tires are at the front of this pack.
Clear, clear, clear.
He's coming in hot.
3 wide, 2 down there.
Oh boy. Risky to go to the outside here, but the slower cars are on the bottom. Suarez pulls up right in front of Blaney. That was a big block by the 99.
Still next to you. Still next to you.
Blaney a little bit wide getting into
1 left.
the corner. Tyler Reddick pulled up and nearly clipped the 12 on his way by. Blaney's 26th. He's gained a few spots off the restart. A lot of those guys were lap cars that he passed.
Car right.
Matt Mills on the 55. That's not a position. Interesting on whether I pit or not at the end of the stage. Probably will. I think anytime we get a caution, we have to pit. Always take tires. I just hope we're on the lead lap. I don't know. I would think we are, but we might not be at the same time. It's tough to tell. I feel like I passed a lot of cars on the restart, but then again, could have all already been behind me. In the running order, at least.
3 wide, 2 out.
Well, this is going to be risky as well. 4 wide into turn 1 goes Ryan Blaney. What a move, and he gets it to stick. I didn't think I could do that in this game. That laid into the corner. He had half of his car down on the apron on corner entry before sliding up. Again, there's no traction control or stability help on. And Blaney is up to 22nd. Does he have a shot at stage points with this new life? Because there is a lot of cars going 3x3 up there that he is closing in on. With the aggressive racing going on in that pack. The only thing that scares me is Kyle Larson is scored in 5th, and he is in the middle of that. See, it could have been the game that randomized the scoring order, too. It's possible. If it could have just stayed green for another lap or 2 for everybody to cycle through. I think Blaney is a lap down. I think there's only 5 cars on the lead lap, though, with Larson in 5th. That was definitely a gutsy move, especially in the first stage. I had to run. I wasn't going to sit behind those guys 3 wide. Lenny came to race today. I'm sure a lot of you that have NASCAR 21 Ignition have at least attempted no stability help or no traction control on this game, and at most tracks, you'd probably think that that was not going to work, but that is already the 3rd time Blaney's got 4 wide today, but that one was a lot later on the straightaway and very close to corner entry, but it worked out for him. This 12 car's got some life. He might have a shot at stage points. That could very well be enough positions to get inside the top 10. The problem is we're only going to have 4 to go, and actually considering the fact that he is potentially a lap down, We could only have 3 laps to go at the start-finish line. It's one thing to get to these guys. It's going to be another thing to try and get around them. Especially as he gets closer, he's going to have a lot of dirty air, and with them going 3 wide already, even if he goes to the outside, he's probably going to still have a little bit of dirty air. I think Blaney's going to pit at the stage break. He'll have about 11 lap fresher tires. May be able to unlap himself. He'll have to drive all the way through the field, but I do think that's going to be the wise decision. Because if I can unlap myself, knowing that there are only 5 cars on the lead lap, the caution in the middle, a green flag stops, that could get Blaney right back into this thing. Doesn't look like any stage points will come about. He's catching this pack. He's got enough dirty air that he's having to lift a little bit more. And he's not catching them as quickly as he did. Final lap of stage number 1 at Homestead. There's some contact between Kurt Busch and Christopher Bell off the exit of turn 2. Stage will end when the top 10 hit the start-finish line. One car all the way down on the apron on corner entry before sliding up. I think that might have been the 24 of William Byron. So there it is. It's confirmed Blaney is a lap down, which I figured he was. And now we have a caution for the stage break. So, one caution for incidents so far tonight. Ryan Blaney finishes 22nd at the end of stage 1. Chase Elliott will go on to win stage 1 at Homestead. Eric Jones 2nd, Bubba Wallace 3rd, Stenhouse 4th, Kyle Larson the top 5. Those are the only 5 on the lead lap. Kyle Busch 6th, William Byron 7th, Corey LaJoie 8th, Chris Buescher 9th. Brad Keselowski will round out the top 10. And let me check for Chase Elliott, but I believe that is his first stage win in the season. Yep, stage win number 1 on the year for Chase Elliott. Give that to him real quick.
Pit road is closed. We cannot pass under yellow.
Four tires and fuel for the 12 of Blaney. And if everybody stays out, which honestly I could see them doing, they just pitted. Some of them pitted under the caution. And at most, these guys have 20 laps on their tires for some of them. The others about 11 laps. So Blaney will have the freshest tires in the field. He's going to be pretty aggressive here on this restart, as you just saw in the last restart. Blaney will be a lap down in 28th. Green flag back in the air. What a jump. He didn't want to be 3 wide middle. He's backing out of the gas, trying to find himself back in line. Oh! Cody Ware gets into the side of Justin Haley. Blaney's going to sit and wait here just for a second to get up to speed at least. Now he's going to go for it. Nope, that lane closed up pretty quickly, and up the middle goes the 53 of Joey Gase.
Still there.
It would have been up the middle if
Clear.
Haley didn't move down.
Car right. Clear all around. 2 on the outside. You're 3.
When he has a run again, he'll get by the 62 at least. Has to sit behind David Reagan. It opens up off the exit of the corner, which I'd imagine it probably will. He should be able to get around these guys now.
Get 2 up top.
Alright, so this will get the 12 some clean air. And he'll go to work on 11 lap fresher tires. Happy Groundhog's Day. Welcome to the stream. It is Groundhog's Day. I forgot about that. Did he see a shadow this morning? Everybody's been talking about snow all day where I live because this giant snowstorm we're supposed to get tonight. But yeah, I forgot it was Groundhog's Day. What's that groundhog's name? Punxsutawney Phil? I don't know if I pronounced it right. Something like that. We'll call him Phil for short. How many different groundhogs do you think they've rotated on Groundhog's Day? Do you think they keep the same one every year, or do you think they just go out the night before and try to catch one? That's what I like to think they do. Whatever town that it originated in, like the week before, or a couple days before, just hunting for a groundhog. They're like, yep, this one looks fat enough. Or whatever qualities they look for in a groundhog for.
Clear, clear, clear. Stay left. All clear.
You saw his shadow? I mean, either way, we got 6 more weeks of winter. I never understood that. Why it's such a big deal. 6 weeks, 6 more weeks of winter, or 6 weeks until spring. I'm a half glass full kind of guy. So, you know, 6 weeks till spring. It's the way I look at it, whether he sees a shadow or not. I feel like 6 more weeks of winter is more of a negative sounding way of choosing. Unless you're a fan of winter. I mean, I guess winter, if winter is your favorite season, maybe you would say 6 more weeks left of winter. EB Forever 85, welcome to the stream. It almost sounds kind of resentful, though. Have your own groundhog here in Georgia.
2 on the outside, you're 3.
We used to have
3 wide, you got 2 up.
groundhogs that lived under our shed at our old house. There was a hole in everything. There's 2 of them, if I remember right. There's one on the side and one underneath it. Blaney up to 23rd. He finished 22nd. The end of stage 1. We'll see how he's going to navigate through this traffic. He's got the tire advantage on these guys by 11 laps. But this is going to be a mess trying to get through here. Try to go to the outside.
3 wide, you're up top.
Well, he overran the corner and he's in the wall. Turns 1 and 2. Get the car's all right. It's only the 3rd time he's scraped it today. Luckily, he has not blown a tire every time he has gotten into it. All right, Blaney going to try the bottom now. Gets around a couple cars at least. Now he'll move up.
3 wide, 2 down there.
3 wide on entry into turn 3.
3 wide, 2 down there.
Reddick slides up. Blaney's got barely enough room. He's really riding the wall. 4 wide off the exit of turn 4.
Clear all around. 2 inside, you're 3 wide. 2 inside, you're 3 wide. 2 inside, you're 3 wide. 3 wide, 2 down
Well, he's
there.
put on a gutsy performance so far, and he'll continue to do it as we speak.
2 inside, you're 3 wide.
Hand-eye coordination on full display tonight for myself. I don't know how we're going to survive this race making the moves we've made so far, but so far so good.
3 wide, you're up top.
Blaney pinched. He couldn't get to the outside of the car in front of him. It's tough to tell who that is exactly. I think it's Ross Chastain.
1 left, got 1 low. 2 inside, you're 3 wide.
It is Chastain.
3 wide, you're up top. 1 left, all clear. 2
Play,
inside,
they're not going to be 4 wide this time, but they are 3 by 3.
3 wide, 2 down there.
Little room for error for Ryan Blaney.
3 wide, clear, clear.
Remember, this car wants to pull to the left quite a bit off the exit of the corner, so I'm almost turning at the wall just to keep it going straight. Little bump to the back of the 3 of Dylan. Luckily, the 12 didn't get super sideways with it.
3 wide,
This is
3 wide,
nuts.
2 down there.
Hold your breath, everybody. Oh, big block by Chastain going into turn 1. 4 wide in the middle of the corner as Blaney gets to the outside of the 42. Barely keeps it off the wall.
2 inside, you're 3 wide.
Barely keeps it off the wall still.
2 down there. 3 wide, 2 down there. 3 wide, 2 down there. 3 wide, 2 down there. 2 inside.
And he hit into that wall, could blow the tire as well.
2 down there.
So he's got a little room for error, both to the left and the right. He had to lift, keep it off the wall that time, and he nearly got ran into from behind by Chastain. That could have turned him also.
Got one left. Still there.
Busch on the outside, but he's not going anywhere.
All clear.
Oh, Jones nearly gets into him. The dirty air in front of the 12 as well with these guys going 3 wide is not helping the car.
Two inside.
Getting a bit tight in the middle of the corner.
3 wide. 2 down there. 2 inside.
Moves are trying to be made all over the back of Kyle Busch.
2 down there. 3 wide. 2 down
Almost 4 wide off the exit of the corner again. Chastain is not giving Blaney a lot of room on the back of his car. He can't go forward anymore with Busch directly on his front bumper.
3 wide. You're up top. Stay right. 2 inside. You're 3 wide.
Oh, Blaney in the wall. He's losing time and he gets turned off the wall
Clear.
by Alfredo. Oh, he hits the inside retaining wall as well.
Pit road is closed.
Caution.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
That is not what he needed whatsoever. I had a bad feeling that was going to happen. And that was a pretty light hit into the inside wall, though. I think Blaney's all right. He nearly had it saved. Well, you can't say... Oh, well, I guess there's more damage to the left front than what I thought. That was a pretty long slide to the inside, but not a lot of room for error with the inside pit wall right there. He put himself in that situation, but there was really nowhere else to go. I mean, he felt... he didn't feel. He was faster. He had 11-lap fresher tires. And felt the need to have to go, and he's very lucky that what came out of that crash was very little damage. Hopefully it looks worse than what it actually is. The car is pretty skewed. I don't know.
Yep, passing of the yellow. Pace car
We'll have to see. Green flag back in the air. Blaney involved in the accident. That was the game. You've got to be joking me. Nope, nope, we're not having this.
It's a close.
Caution.
All right.
I'm bringing a caution out every time the game does that. It turned me straight to the right on the restart. Well, we've had 3 cautions per incident so far tonight. I'm not sure how many laps we have left in stage 2. I don't think we have many left. A lot of cars in the pit lane right now, too. Not all of them, but some of them are pitting.
Cannot pass under yellow.
And we'll see how this is going to go. Green flag back in the air. Come on, game. Why is it doing this? It's literally shaking my car back and forth. I don't think I have a tire down.
Stay left.
Cost him the 12 trying to get up to speed. Luckily, didn't get ran into from behind.
Still there.
It's only adding more damage to the car, too, because he didn't have any damage on the right front, really. It was all on the left front.
3 wide. 2 outside.
Blaney all over the back of Alfredo.
Car right.
Oh, one car just pulled a massive block on William
2 on
Byron.
the outside. You're 3. Clear, clear, clear. 3 wide. 2 outside. 3 wide. 2 outside. 2 on the outside. You're 3. 3
One
wide.
car down
You're
in the
up
pit
top.
lane.
Got one right. 3
Couple
wide.
laps
You're
after
up
the
top.
restart.
Clear, clear.
A little bit of speed is knocked out of the 12.
Stay right. All clear.
Alfredo's got a little bit fresher tires.
2 on the outside.
And now he's blocking Blaney.
3 wide. You got 2 up top. 3 wide.
3 wide on the bottom.
2 on the outside. You're 3.
He's going to have to lift to let Alfredo in. Blaney's faster than these drivers. Oh, Chase Briscoe. Did not want to hold his line off the exit of turn 2 and almost blocked the 12
Car right.
into the abyss.
All clear. Stay right. Stay right. Got 1 low.
You know, Blaney's actually...
Go around.
I don't know. I think Blaney's 2 laps down now. I think the game put us another lap down. Because William Byron's in 22nd. He just passed us. So Blaney was 1 lap down. And then after being involved in an accident,
Got 1 left. Clear, clear.
now he's 2 down.
3 wide. 2 down there. 1 left. Clear all around. 2 inside. You're 3 wide. Got
I
1
don't know how
left.
that's going to
3
work.
wide, 2 down there. Clear all around.
Massive
All around.
run.
3 wide. You're
Everybody
up
kind
top.
of moved out of his way. He's up to 26th. But it seems like Ryan Blaney is 2 laps down and with damage. Likely after caution number 2. I hope it wasn't after the game turned me to the right. Because if it was after that one, that's messed up.
3 wide. You're
But
up
we'll never
top.
know for sure. Alex Bowman back in 26th. A lot of these guys still have to pit, but some of them can make it to the end of the stage. Whoever pitted under that caution could definitely make it. Blaney up to 24th.
Got 1 left. Clear, clear,
Might be as
clear,
far up
clear.
in the running order as Blaney's going to be able to get. Well, definitely going to want to get one of those laps back before the end of the stage. At least put him 1 down, which will put him in the same situation he was in the beginning of stage 1.
Stay right. Stay right.
It's tough to come for 2 laps down.
All right, hold your line. Clear,
This
clear,
is the
clear.
final season, so I'm trying to give you guys my best fight possible for every race.
One
We need
left,
all the
one
regular
left.
season points we could possibly get
Clear,
also.
clear, clear.
Top 10 at the end of the regular season do get playoff points. 15 if you win the regular season championship. Ryan Blaney's actually 3rd in points coming into today's race despite the DNF at the Daytona Road Course. He did win a stage in that race. And he scored more points than anybody in the Daytona 500 both through the stages and then went on to win the race. So he's sitting good in points still even with the DNF. It's a good thing we do have stages on for this season for that to be the case. Because right now he is one of the highest points getters not only on the regular season through 2 races, but in stage points as well. Finished 3rd, 4th, 1st in 3 of the 4 stages this year. The other one he didn't get any stage points, which was stage 2 at the Daytona Road Course where he finished 18th. And then, I guess stage 1 today he finished 22nd. Probably won't get any here in stage 2. I guess you never know. I guess it depends on how many cars still have to pit. If somehow only lap cars pit towards the back of the field,
All around. 1
which
left.
I doubt that that's the case, but if somehow that is the case, it'd be great for Blaney.
3 wide. You're up top.
Rushes
3
the wall
wide.
again.
You're
Look
up
at
top.
Busher going up the middle. Ahead of steam. He's in 13th. Blaney's really tight in the dirty air right now. Up below 145 miles an hour to get the car to turn again. I noticed the car has gotten a lot tighter since the damage. Blaney's going to have to try and loosen it up again. They're stacking up quite a bit right now.
One left. Clear, clear.
Even in the clean air, though, Blaney's still a little on the tight side. He's basically right back where he was with the lead group, the lead pack.
Wide, 2 down there. 2 inside, you're 3 wide. 2 inside, you're 3 wide. 3 wide, you're up top.
Guys, I've definitely seen a lot of nail-biting action so far tonight at Homestead.
2 inside,
Tell you guys that much.
Clear, clear. Stay right. 3 wide, you're up top. Stay high. All right, hold your line. 3 wide, you're up top. Still next to you. 3 wide, 2 down there. All clear. 3 wide, you're up top. 3 wide, you're up top.
He's actually finally making a little bit of headway through this pack.
3 wide, 2 down there. 3 wide, you're up top. 2 inside, you're 3 wide.
Car pulled up right in front of him on the outside.
3 wide,
It was Denny Hamlin in the 11. He got hung up on the 22, and he gets turned by Bubba Wallace hard into the wall and upside down. Goes Ryan Blaney into turn 1.
Pit road is closed. Caution.
What happened there?
Under yellow.
He was bump drafting the 11, and then he got hung up on the 22, and when he got out of the gas to try and get off of Logano, he got ran into by Wallace, and I don't know how he flipped into turn 1, but he did. I didn't think we were going that fast, but... Well, if it wasn't heavily damaged before, it's definitely damaged now. Well, we had a good start to the night, nonetheless. Caught a lucky break in stage 1. I should have known that. It was too good to be true. We're probably going to lose another lap. I mean, we lost a lap last time we were involved in an accident. Well, now everybody's in the pits. Can't blame him. We're into the second half of stage 2. Our 4th caution of the race is out here at Homestead.
Yep, passing under yellow. Get ready. Coming to green.
Game wanted to turn me to the right again. I kind of was riding the brakes.
2 on the outside. You're 3.
Not sure if everybody pit during the caution or not. Well, Blaney flipped. He's not out of it. Trying to get the most he can. Still hit 170 miles an hour. The handling's not going to be great.
Stay right.
As far as the speed goes, he's still got decent speed in the car. They stack up so much down the straightaways with everybody going 2 and 3 wide.
3 wide. 2 down there.
There's definitely some cars that stayed out of the pits that are on the bottom lane right now. Chase Elliott moving up, moving up, moving up.
3 wide, middle.
Cutting off the 12 of Blaney.
3 wide. 2 outside.
I don't know if Blaney should do this.
2 on the outside. You're 3.
Oh! He hangs on. Oh, sticks the landing. All right.
Stay left. Stay left.
Jeez. Overdrove the corner and the car started sliding out from underneath. Had the tires down on that painted white line.
2 on the outside.
Oh, 5 wide. Off of turn 2 at Homestead. And they stacked up with some contact. And now Blaney's 3 wide middle as they enter into turns 3 and 4. LaJoy, how did LaJoy stick that, but I can't? That doesn't make any sense. Business has not slowed down whatsoever since the restart. Just as racy before, not even more so now. Who would have thought we were going to see 5 wide today at Homestead? I certainly didn't.
Middle of 3. Stay left.
Man, 3 wide middle now.
3 wide, middle.
Contact with LaJoy.
Stay left. You're
Oh, LaJoy just hooks the 12. What was that?
Clear, clear.
Blaney into the inside wall with the rear of his car first. LaJoy just hooked the 12 of Blaney. They were 3 wide. He just moved up. It was gradual, but he moved up. The tires are shot. They're not flat, but I would imagine they're shot. Blaney cannot catch a break at stage 2. I know it's only the 3rd race of the year, but of all the stages we've ran so far this season, I gotta say this has probably been the unluckiest. No caution that time around. Stay green. Very unfortunate set of circumstances. Still sitting 2 laps down. Well, best thing now is pit during the stage break and hope for the best from there. Still have 30 laps to go in this stage, though. Sad Sharks, welcome to the stream. Front of the car is not that bad, but the rear of the car, especially after that last smack, not looking great. Kyle Larson's the leader. He's only a few seconds behind Blaney, and I'd imagine he's faster. There's no way Blaney's going to hold on for a little less than 30 more laps. I guess considering he's 2 down, they'll have 26 or 27 to go at the line. It's looking like we're going to have 3 different winners in the first 3 races of the year, considering Blaney's 27th right now, 2 laps down, and Michael McDowell is even further back outside the top 30. King Brutus Hudson, welcome to the stream. Ricky Stenhouse got a shot to win this stage. Maybe even win the race. Damage slowing Blaney down. He has Kyle Busch behind him. He's blocking him. Kyle's a lot faster, though. He's going to get around Blaney eventually, you'd have to imagine.
Got 1 left.
And it will be right there in turns 1 and 2 as he gets underneath and gets by him. You're not my dad. Tell me to take out the trash. Trash day was on Monday. Thank you very much. It's currently snowing outside, so no thank you. I don't plan on going outside anytime tonight. Blaney's able to draft down the straightaways. I'm just scared that in the corners, if he runs the same line as the 18, he's going to get really tight, which I'd imagine is going to be the case on the longer run. He's doing what he can. He's going to start losing the 18, though, which is obviously faster with very little damage if he has any at all. Mow the lawn in the snow. Larson's coming to put Blaney 3 laps down. Gano trying to get his lap back. There's only 4 cars on the lead lap right now. Blaney's going to try to hold him up. He's got to do it for About another 20 laps, maybe 19. He'll let his teammate Logano go.
Still inside.
Oh, he just, well, so much for that. He was going to let Logano go. He almost turned him. Homestead is definitely one of my favorite ovals too, but it is not one of my favorite ovals tonight in particular. Been a rough one for Ryan Blaney as he tries to trudge it out to the finish. Well, 3 laps down. Stenhouse is losing pace from Larson. He's had a pretty good start to the year. He finished, or at least ran top 5 most of the Daytona 500 as well. Was a contender there late. Got the groundhog.
Got 1 left.
Name kind of sus.
Clear, clear, clear.
What was that guy's name? Or are you talking about the groundhog's name? Punxsutawney? I want to know why they... do they use the same name for the same groundhog? Because that's not the same groundhog every year. I don't know what the life expectancy is on a groundhog. But there's no way it's a couple hundred years old. So it's like, ever since the original one is Punxsutawney Phil, and then they just add like... do they breed them? Is that like the kid? Is it the offspring? Generation to generation, we're on like Punxsutawney Phil the 12th or something? Like, how does that work? Hey, we have 7 viewers. Thank you very much. We had as many as 17, but a couple crashes later, we're back to 27th. And as far as the fight for the win goes, it's not quite as entertaining as it was earlier. See, we're getting the viewers back. They were all taking a bathroom break. Logano and Larson running side by side right now, and I gotta say, Blaney is keeping pace with Stenhouse in second. Logano races Larson hard enough, and they catch heavier lap traffic. Is it possible Blaney could get one of his 3 laps back before the end of the stage? We know he's pitting at the stage break. Not sure if anybody else will. And if they don't pit at the stage break, they may have to pit twice in the final stage. Blaney can make it a 1-stop in the final stage, get another lap back, and then if he could race his way around on the restart with about 20, really it's going to be about 30 lap fresher tires. Is there a way Ryan Blaney could actually finish this race on the lead lap? There is a chance. I don't know how far up in the running order he could finish, but there is a chance. Unless we're more than 3 laps down. There's no way. We can't be more than 3 laps down. We should only be 1 lap down. But the only reason we're 2 laps down is because the game put us 2... Well, I should say we should be 2 laps down. But the reason why the game put us another lap down that I know of for a fact is because it randomized the my scoring order under one of the 4 cautions we've seen tonight. Which is a shame. Larson back to the inside of Logano now. They run side by side. Actually, I think Larson's still on the outside. Brad Keselowski pulls it in. Tough to see the Penske cars running 5th, 6th, and you have Blaney back in 27th right now. I guess it happens. Good thing Ryan Blaney won the Daytona 500. Well, the problem is if we get more than 16 different winners, which we're definitely going to be going 3 for 3 tonight.
Clear all around.
Blaney makes a comeback of all comebacks, flipping to win. Until he's down on speed right now. I will say, though, him keeping up with Stenhouse is actually pretty impressive because they're on equal tires. Gonna alternate through the different camera angles for the first time in the race today. About 10 laps to go, roughly, maybe a little less than that, stage 2 at the Homestead-Miami Speedway. Santiago Kid, welcome to the stream. I think Blaney's going to take another half round of wedge out of the car under the next stop just to maybe counteract whatever damage is making the car a little bit tighter, and that'll probably be the last adjustment tonight as long as he stays out of trouble from here on out. We still have the final stage left, so nothing is guaranteed by any means. Stage 2 has definitely put Ryan Blaney through the ringer so far. Sorry, I have to play this. Well, there's a wow, the car. I don't know why it got so loose off of turn 2. Maybe I won't loosen it up. I don't know. I haven't had it loose on me at all. Really? I don't think a half round of wedge is going to hurt it that much. That it would make it super unstable. It's going to help the long run. It'll be 2 rounds of wedge total from the start of the race, but it was pretty tight at the start. A round and a half was a sweet spot until Blaney flipped. Downhill and 3 laps down since. See, the front of the car actually doesn't have that much damage. It's more in the rear. Probably why he's still got decent engine power down the straightaways. The handling in the corners is not there. Especially in dirty air. That part's been the case all night. Maybe 4 or 5 laps to go now in stage number 2. And a pretty big pack of cars is closing in right now on the 12 of Blaney. So Blaney's going to want to get through these couple lap cars of James Davison and Quinn Houff pretty quickly.
Rewind, you're up top.
And try to go to the outside.
Rewind, you're up top. Clear, clear, clear.
Yeah, not clear.
Rewind, 2 down there. Rewind, you're up top.
Blaney's clear now. Should be. I was scared to pull to the bottom because I didn't know if I was clear. Spider hasn't said anything. Well, here comes Truex. Blaney going to block him off turn 2. Not racing him for position. Blaney's actually up to 25th. I think a couple cars have pit here recently. Knocked out of the race or something.
1 left, 3 wide, 2 down there. Clear, clear.
Blaney's just going to try to stay high and let these faster cars get underneath him. He's not racing them for anything. He actually was clear to pull to the bottom there if he wanted to. Chastain was far enough back, and I guess he's still behind him. Guess we'll know exactly how many laps down at the end of the stage Blaney is when the stage does come to an end. Again, I believe it's 3. Just a lot of cars right behind him. He's just going to move up, try to get out of the way.
2 inside, you're 3 wide. 2
There's a
inside, you're
review
3 wide.
mirror.
2 inside,
Okay,
you're
somebody
3
ran
wide.
into us.
Stay right. 3 wide.
I tried to stay out of the way. I couldn't go any higher. There's Ross
Stay right. 3
Chastain.
wide, you're up top.
Tied into the side of the 12. Castrella just passed Blaney for position now as well. I guess Davison and Howe for both for position. That's why we moved up to 25th. Lap 78 at the line this time. Well, hang on a minute. Blaney might only be 2 laps down still. That means everybody else is back on the lead lap. Okay, so that's making a little bit more sense. So we are only 2 laps down. The game didn't put us a lap down. All those other drivers just got back on the lead lap at some point.
Pit road is closed. Caution.
All right, well, new life for Ryan Blaney now that we know he's only 2 laps down instead of 3. He will finish 26th at the end of Stage 2. He's 22nd at the end of Stage 1, and we'll take a look at the results from this stage. Doing the points myself for this season, so I will have to take a picture here real quick. Kyle Larson, your Stage 2 winner. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. finishes in 2nd. Chase Elliott, who won Stage 1, finishes in 3rd. Bubba Wallace, 4th. Joey Logano rounds out the top 5. Brad Keselowski, 6th. Martin Truex Jr., 7th. Denny Hamlin, 8th. Kevin Harvick, 9th. Tyler Reddick rounds out the top 10. 15 people watch right now. Thanks for everybody tuning in.
Pit entry is red. We just got
So
caught.
Blaney will pit
Can we pay
during
attention, please?
this stage break. Four tires and fuel. He'll make some repairs. And I would assume everybody else will stay out. This is going to give him 30-plus lap fresher tires on the restart. We're flipping earlier in the race. That was Kyle Larson's 2nd stage win of the young season as well. He did win a stage back in the Daytona 500 as well. So 2 stage wins on the year now for Kyle Larson. He is currently the regular season points leader. Blaney came into this race 11 points back in 3rd. So he's definitely losing points in the stages tonight to Larson. And he's probably going to lose points overall in this race to Larson, but he's still going to fight it out to the finish.
Pace car's coming out of the pit. It's all good. We've got
I'm
good
trying to
pace.
hold the brakes down a bit here just so the car doesn't turn me to the left. Okay, I probably didn't have to do it that time. It didn't turn me to the right. Not the left, but the right is what I meant. Well, Blaney's got fresher tires for the restart.
3 wide, 2 outside.
Squeezed a bit there. Justin Haley nearly made contact with him.
2 on
Just
the
push her all the way on the
outside.
outside. Blaney gonna pull in line behind Kyle Busch, entering into turn 3. The 62 to the outside.
2 on the outside. You're 3. Got 1 right. Got 1 clear. Clear.
I forgot, yeah, Blaney did make a wedge adjustment as well. Took another half round of wedge out of the car. Oh, this mess again. Here we go. Blaney gonna try to get to the outside as quick as possible.
2 inside.
He's just gonna have to suffer through it this time. Oh my goodness.
2 inside,
Everybody needs to
you're 3
hold their
wide.
breath again.
2 inside. You're 3
This
wide.
may not end well. Blaney's going for it, trying to make up one of his 2 laps.
3 wide.
Fresher
You're up
tires.
3 wide. You're
4
up
wide into turns 3 and 4.
3 wide. 2 down there.
Blaney feeling gutsy on the outside, riding the Larson line.
Down there.
Contact with Truex.
3 wide.
He hung
2
on
down
to it
there.
that time.
Bring it to us this lap. 3 wide. 2 down there.
We're going to be 4 wide getting into turn 1 again.
3 wide, 2 down there.
Oh, David Reagan stacked up Kaz Gralla just a bit. 53 of Joey Gase in front of him.
2 down there. Low.
Blaney gets through it all.
Clear.
We're going to be 3 wide into turn 3. Once he gets around McLeod and Ware, he should be good.
All clear. All clear. Hit this lap.
We lost a couple pounds in sweat getting through that mess, but we're all right. Made it through that time. I don't know why I'm lifting. I can go full throttle. Lifting because I'm scared. I had to lift that time because I had to make sure I stayed pinned to the bottom. Harvick throwing a block.
Stay left. Clear, clear. Hit this lap. Hit, hit, hit.
Blaney's definitely going to get one of his laps back.
1 left.
So drive to the outside of the 4.
Clear all around.
When there's a will, there's a way, and Ryan Blaney's going to try to get back into this thing as best as he possibly can. Could get another timely caution later in the race. We had a caution in the middle of green flag stops back in stage 1. That was the first caution of the race. That's 64 laps in, roughly.
All right, bring it to us this lap.
Had 4 cautions per incident total tonight, 3 in stage 2, and just that 1 in stage 1. This 12 team's been working on the car all day for the adjustments, and really since flipping there midway through stage 2 as well, now on the damage. Lefter got the brunt of it.
Got 1 left.
Flying to the outside of Stenhouse, who is still up in 4th place.
All clear. All right, bring it to us this lap. Car right. All clear.
So I was thinking in my head, Blaney is 3 down because we were at lap 78 when we crossed the line. So Blaney is 3 down. But he will get one of his 3 laps back here very shortly, and everybody else will likely have to pit twice to the end of the stage. So it's a matter of how much time can he make up on fresh tires specifically right now
Bring it to us this lap.
before he pits. Give his teammate Logano a little boost.
Stay right.
There's Larson, Blaney, 2 down now in 25th.
Car low.
As he clears Larson off turn 2.
Clear, clear, clear.
There are only 5 cars on the lead lap, so next time he does go to race his way, well, I should say this time he races his way, he should probably get up to about 22nd, 23rd-ish.
All right, bring it to us this lap.
Never say die attitude for the 12 Blaney this season. They were trying to fight through the adversity at the Daytona Road Course until they couldn't no more. A DNF running out of fuel with about 17 laps to go. Stretched it a little bit too far. And he knew he had to pit. And he didn't. Paid the price. Ultimately, and a shot to win out the window. The winning stage 1 earlier in the race. Today, they got caught up in 2 accidents that it's nothing of his own doing. I guess you can consider the first accident potential mistake on his own, considering the fact that he did get into the wall, into the corner, which led to Alfredo getting into his left rear off the exit of turn number 4, which turned him into the inside retaining wall, bringing out the yellow. Field started pitting at lap 59. They were still pitting up through lap 64 at the start of the race, so that's kind of their pit window. Blaney has not gone a full run on fuel. We're not sure exactly how far he can go, considering that we restarted with about 107 laps to go. But also considering he's a few laps down, so if he makes up any of those laps, that's how much longer he's having to go. You would think he could still split it about 55 and 55 if he did go about 110. So really, we're looking at 53 to 54 laps to be able to split it halfway in stage 3 instead of 40 like it was on the first 2 stages. Where's Alex Bowman? Last I saw, he was in 26. I haven't seen him in a while, though. He might be further up in the running order now. Oh, I just saw him. 23rd. I just saw him pop up briefly. Bowman's 23rd. Clean air for Blaney right now, too. These fresh tires go to work. Motorsports 1-2 with Larson and Elliott, trying to get the first win for the organization this season. Next race of this custom schedule, this is not the custom schedule season. Next race for this final season of NASCAR 21 Ignition will be again tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the 4th race of the year at Las Vegas. Another 550 track that we'll be running with. Same as tonight as far as no stability, no traction control. Back-to-back mile and a halfs on the schedule here early in the season. Head out to the West Coast swing early in the year. I think Byron potentially pit during that last caution, which is why he's pulling away from Blaney and also pulled away from the rest of the field. So I believe 5 cars are now in the lead lap instead of 4. Good decision by Byron to pit. Could be the race-winning move. Of course, Byron won this race in real life in 2021, so it'd be kind of fitting if he ended up winning this one. And Chris Buescher ran well in that race, and he's in 7th right now. He won a stage in real life. It's kind of odd how the game does pick up on that. I mean, they probably programmed it to do that, but still.
All right, bring it to us this lap.
Bad Religion from Godsmack, I'm guessing.
This lap, pit.
Haven't seen anybody pit yet.
This lap.
You know, honestly, compared to the leaders, though, this is about as where Blaney was back at stage 1 when he short pitted halfway through the opening stage. Then where he was 2 laps down when he came out of the pit lane and he was on fresher tires. He got up to 13th. He maybe could have even gained more spots, but the caution came out, which is why we only have about 5 cars on the lead lap to begin with.
Alright, bring it to us this lap.
So it was not a randomized scoring order that lapped those cars tonight. It was a randomized scoring order issue, bug, that caused me to go an extra lap down. 3 instead of 2. Well, at the time it was 2 instead of 1. After I flipped. Actually, no, it wasn't after I flipped. It was the first accident I was involved in. Flip was the second one. I didn't lose a lap with that one.
Car right. 2 on the outside. You're 3. Clear all around. Got 1 right. Still next to you.
Passford.
Clear.
Never mind. Blaney was in 25th. Had to ride the brakes a little bit that time in 1 and 2. He was in line
Still next to you.
on Justin Haley on the bottom lane.
All right, bring it to us this lap. Car right. Clear.
Down on the 52 Balicki. He'll make it past there. Byron's up to 4th. I think one of the leaders just pit. So with a little less than 90 laps to go, leaders are pitting. Blaney's going to watch it go to the outside. Byron's not going to watch it. He's thinking about going up the middle 3 wide.
3 wide, you're up top.
Yep. There are some cars on pit road, so green flag pit stops are starting up.
All right, bring it to us this lap.
"17 people watching, only 8 likes. Smash the like button, everybody. You guys have done a great job with that over the last couple of weeks here on these streams. Having the likes between 20 to 30 in most of the streams by the end of the stream. So let's try to get that back into the 20s here by the end of the night. Keep that streak going. For these Cup Series races. William Byron is back in the lead. Now, the problem is Byron was 1 lap down. And with cars pitting, now he has cycled upwards in the running order a little bit to take the lead, but Ryan Blaney is behind him. So Blaney would have made up 1 lap, but he would still be 1 lap down. Not 2 down. Or I should say he's 2 down with Byron out on the racetrack and not 1 down. Not really anything Blaney could do about it. He's gaining positions on his own right now.
Bring it to us this lap.
Back inside the top 20. He's up to 19th.
Stay left. Clear, clear.
Well, until Truex
clear,
just
clear.
passed him at least. So now Blaney's giving up time. He's going to pit as soon as that window opens to the end of the race. Just going to have to survive for right now, though.
Pit this lap. Pit, pit, pit.
Shouldn't have to survive too much longer. 15 to 20 laps, roughly.
This lap.
A lot of cars stacking up behind Blaney. Blaney's just going to stay on the outside and let them get underneath
Got
him.
1 left. Clear, clear.
Doesn't want to hold any of them up, whether they're for position or not. So what's going to work? Byron's 1-stop strategy or the field's 2-stop strategy in the final stage as far as who the race winner is going to be?
All right, bring it to us this lap.
Blaney's sake, unfortunately, he's 2 laps down still, but well, I'm nowhere close. We've only ran 28 laps. I'm nowhere close to running out of gas. I'm gonna wait till the pit window opens up to the end of the race so we can make it a 1 stop. Everybody else still gonna have to pit 1 more time anyway. Then we'll be able to take on fresher tires again and try to make up a little bit more time.
Bring it to us this lap.
This Busher actually cycled ahead of Larson in the pits.
this lap.
The good news is, though, with William Byron being the leader, we know he's not going to come around to lap Blaney before Blaney pits.
Clear.
There's Larson at second, trying to run down the 24 on fresher tires. And Blaney is 2 laps down as we speak.
Stay right. Clear.
He would have been 1 down until Larson passed him if Byron pitted with the rest of the field. But now he'd be 2 down regardless of the fact. Blaney got really tight. Got into the wall. Are you kidding me? Tire down on the 12. How did that happen? Oh, and well, Brad just turned in. That's going to bring out a yellow. Or not. And now Blaney's out in the grass. And he's stuck with the flat tire. Well, he was trying to scratch and claw. He didn't hit the inside wall that hard, but he blew the left front. He's lost another lap. Right back to 3 down again. Guess now he's just... Oh, car. That was not... Why is it turning to the right when I have the left front down? Can anybody explain that?
Pit entry is red.
Well, now we have another caution.
We cannot pass under yellow.
Well, Blaney will pit. Final time today. Now the 3rd wreck he's been involved in. The start of the accident was my fault. I got in the wall. I don't know how I got tight and clean air, but regardless of the fact I got into the wall. Okay, say what you will, that's probably my fault. And then going down to the inside, you know, trying to save it, yeah, all that was on me, but I just don't think I should have blown a left front. That was such... I hit the outside wall way harder than what I hit the inside wall. Game turned me to the right. Don't spin me out. Don't spin me out. Come on, game. Jesus, there's nothing you can do there.
Pit road is closed. Yellow.
I think this is where we park it for the rest of the night. I believe that this is where we park it. Some other cars in the pit lane also. That's the 3rd time on a restart that the game has wanted to spin me out. Once it did, and then the other time I was able to catch it, and then this time I wasn't able to catch it again. Knew that tire was about to go down soon. Well, no, the tire went out because I hit the wall. It had nothing to do with... That time it turned me to the left. You're thinking it's going to turn you to the right, then it turns you the other way. I'm back to 29th. I think I'm just going to DNF, honestly. It doesn't even feel right to wreck that many times and finish the race. It really doesn't. Quinn Halp's blowing around us, and we have fresher tires.
car right. Clear, clear. 3 wide, 2 outside.
I mean, even with him stacking up wildly here, Blaney's not going to be able to gain any more positions to the end of the race. He's still short on fuel, so everybody's going to have to pit one more time anyway.
2 on the outside, you're 3. 3 wide, you got 2 up top. Stay left. 2 on the outside, you're 3.
And Blaney can blow through here and get another lap back.
You got 2 up top. 3 wide, you got 2 up top. 2 on
But
the
he's
outside,
still probably
you're
5
3.
or 6 laps down now,
3 wide, 2 outside.
at least.
2 on the outside, you're 3.
Yeah, I think this is where I park it for the rest of the night. Could I finish the race and finish 29th? Yes, but even if it is the game and not me, I just don't feel right when we wreck 3 times in a race that I should be able to finish. Like, it just, in my gut, it just doesn't feel right. Even though I barely wreck once as it is in normal NASCAR games, but this is not a normal NASCAR game. We'll simulate the rest of this race. Start and park for the rest of the season. Not gonna do that. This race started off really good. We got about halfway through stage 2, and once I wrecked that one time, it was done from there. We were making some gutsy moves, but they were pulling off. It was a lot of fun action those first 100, 120 laps. But after that, it just went downhill and kept going downhill. It never stopped. Like a roller coaster ride all the way to hell. Never came back. So we're going to have to quit, put it down to 2%, and then figure out who's going to win the 3rd race of the year. 2 DNFs for Ryan Blaney. This time, unlike the Daytona Road Course, he doesn't have any stage points to go with it. The good news is we get redemption tomorrow night on another 1.5 miles on this game, so I don't have to wait long. We'll be running Las Vegas, same start time, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow night. Smash that like button before we get to the end of the stream here within the next 5 to 10 minutes as well. You guys have done a great job with that recently. We're up to 12 likes right now. We've had as many as 18 people watching this stream so far. 16 currently watching, so I know not all of you guys have hit that like button. Helps me out a ton. You guys, again, have done great with that. If you are new to the channel, subscribe. We have daily NASCAR content. Live commentaries you guys may have seen throughout the course of the night. For those of you that maybe just tuned in, you haven't been able to see it, but realistic commentary for these NASCAR video games. Live realistic commentary for myself during the Busch Clash on Sunday. We'll be doing many races this year. You can check out the community tab for what races I will be doing. Plan on doing 22 of them this season. First one will be the Busch Clash on Sunday. I'll be doing the live commentary for both the heat races and the actual race as well, so you guys can tune in for both of those. So there'll be 2 separate live streams on Sunday, and we get to kick off this NASCAR season. My 2 most viewed streams, and as far as concurrent viewers go, were the last 2 realistic commentary races I did last year. So I know it's going to be a big hit with you guys again this year. Would have been Talladega and what was the other one? Phoenix Championship race for the Xfinity Series. So Talladega Cup race, I don't know what it's at now, but I know after like 24 hours, we had 17,000 views on that stream and had as many as 370 something or 380. I know it was in the high 300s of people watching. Xfinity Series Championship race, we had almost 300 people watching that again as well, so that's awesome. That is a lot for me. I definitely can't wait to do that, and I think that was pretty obvious during this off season for me. It was pretty much a no-brainer. I didn't even really have to think about it. I'm like, I'm doing way more of those next year. A lot of you guys, or some of you guys at least, were saying down in the comment section that you're listening to my commentary while watching the race or just muting the TV. That was pretty cool. And just the support I get on, you know, not just streams like that, but any streams and comment sections videos of, you know, my commentary, whenever I see stuff like this guy sounds like a real commentator, because anything close to that, or this guy's a great commentator, like that really does a lot with the motivation behind all of this. It motivates me to do more because I know I have it in me. 2 more laps to run. Blaney will finish last. The DNF tonight. Least amount of points he scored in any of the first 3 races this season. The mile and a half's for the Achilles heel on this game. With the custom schedule season, didn't win a single one. And then also on the career mode, where I didn't win a single one on 100%. There will be 4 50% races this season. I'm not sure what tracks those will be yet, but there will be 4 50% races. Oh, that was a white flag. I thought it was a checkered flag. My bad. I was thinking that was the end of the race. It got out of the gas. That's alright. We weren't racing for anything. We were already done for the day. I like how they always pile up after the checkered flag. So we'll take a look at the official results to today's race. Kevin Harvick will go on to win his 3rd race of the season. He was actually inside the top 3 when we had DNF. So even though Larson was leading, Harvick was 3rd, Stenhouse was 2nd. So it's good to see at least one of those guys win. Harvick was up in the running all day long. Brad Keselowski ends up finishing in 2nd. Daniel Suarez 3rd. Chris Buescher 4th. He was in the top 10 all day as well. Chase Briscoe rounds out the top 5. Denny Hamlin 6th. Eric Jones 7th. Bubba Wallace 8th. Alex Bowman 9th. And Kyle Larson rounds out the top 10. Again, I was the only driver to DNF in the race. All the finishing results here. Alrighty, well that's going to end it here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in for another live stream. Again, tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time will be the 4th race of this custom schedule season at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Same distance, 1.5 mile racetrack for both the track itself and the race, 400 miles, 267 laps. Scheduled stages will be the same, 80, 80, and 107. So we legitimately get to try a do-over. Only thing is these points will accumulate towards the season. Got to get back into it. We don't want to fall out of contention for that regular season championship, so got to have a good run tomorrow night. Thanks, everybody. Catch you then.